What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jared. Welcome to the Torn Bodybuilding channel. For those of you guys that don't know, we got that name from me. I have suffered two muscle tears, which has been super unfortunate for me. And Torn Bodybuilding because I want to do a bodybuilding show, and here we are. Anyway, guys, if you like our content, if you want to see the journey coming from a major injury that a lot of guys think their lifting career, their bodybuilding career is over, stay tuned, watch the channel. We're going to show you that you can still come back from these injuries and hit the bodybuilding stage. That's our plan here. So thank you guys, and we're going to get started. It's going to be an update video about where I am with my physique, my diet, what we're going through at the moment. Anyway, guys, so I will get a list of how far away from surgery I am. I honestly kind of forget. It's a while. We are a ways out from surgery here. I think we're actually like 2 years now. It's been a long time. And we had, those of you guys that are watching this currently, in the future, you guys might not realize this. We're going through a pandemic, so that really shut a lot of stuff down for a long time. And now we're slowly in the process of getting back to normal life, normal. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's talk about bodybuilding and where I'm at progressing here. So coming back, I am about 3.5 months into some pretty regular training. Anyway, so I'm about 3.5 months into training with things opening back up and me getting back after it. We did suffer one setback since the bicep tear. I pulled something in my shoulder. Fortunately, it appears to be minor. A lot of stretching, some deep tissue and cupping, which we'll get into later, that I've been doing to help. And did I say stretching? Because I stretch a lot. I think it's one of the #1 things I think a lot of us forget to do is stretching outside the gym for more than our 5-10 minutes that we might do when we train a body part, and actually dedicating time to stretching. I think that's vital to longevity in the sport and just as a whole, and being active and mobile for as long as we can. I think that's super important. So that is for another video to talk about that. We can get into my stretching routine and how I feel about cupping and deep tissue as a whole later as well. Anyway, so I guess I'll show the arm here. So this is the arm I tore. So here you can see is my incision. I hate it. From the front here, show comparison. Here's my other scar from when I tore my left pec, because, you know, injuries. So anyway, so here they are, right to left, uninjured bicep, injured bicep, and they're evening out pretty well. My left is still a little bit bigger. I do see it in my most muscular pose, most when I come. I don't know if that's showing up. And obviously I'm not hitting the pose right either, but I do think that's where I really kind of see the injury as a whole, kind of flattening out here. It's not as thick and full as my left bicep. From this side though, overall, I'd say it's pretty good. It's hard to see. I am still pretty fat, but we're coming back. Show you this one in comparison. That's enough of that. So training is, for the most part, regular right now. I'm keeping my reps super high. We're focusing on like 15 to 20 rep range. I feel like as far as injury goes during this time, that's easier for all of us to stay injury free. Obviously lighter weights, we have super short rest periods. I'm trying to stick to less than a minute. For one, I feel like it keeps my heart rate up, so I feel like I'm getting a little cardio. Not really true cardio. I'm still dedicating 40 minutes to an hour most days of the week to just cardio. So we are still doing that. It's not a way to get out of it, but we're keeping intensity really high even though we're using some lighter weights. But important, we're chasing that pump in the muscle. I'm able to get a good pump. I'm able to get a good workout, getting a good contraction. Right now, what I started really focusing on is making sure in the top of a dumbbell curl that I'm fully turning my hand, so that getting that palm up. So we're hitting that head that tore. You know, obviously you have two heads that come up here, and this outer one is the one that I actually tore. This inner one's fine. Even though the scar is on the inside here, the bicep is my outer bicep. That is what I actually tore. I am going to be releasing a video about my actual bicep routine, what I'm using right now. I do plan to increase the intensity in about a month, month and a half, add a few more sets, maybe even start adding I do plan to start increasing the intensity of my bicep workout. We're still pretty mild all in all. I get a good workout, don't get me wrong, but I would like to add another exercise here, probably another month. My arms, I just measured the other day. They're about 16.5 inches each, which is kind of funny that they're both equal right now, considering I feel like this one definitely has a deficit. But whatever, they are both 16.5 inches. The biggest I've ever had them and been in okay shape was about 18 inches. I wasn't cut up. I was probably in about this condition all in all, which is still pretty fat, but for the most part, I was in okay shape at the time. So we are still down as far as overall size. I am in the midst of a diet. I am down, I think like November 1st is when I really started keeping track of it. It's now February 9th or 10th here. So whatever that is, like 3.5 months. So on top of this, guys, I do also tackle, just so for anybody that says I don't have time to work out, no way, man. I work full-time as a nurse. I manage a second YouTube channel, and I'm taking a class towards my RN. So I keep myself all incredibly very busy doing all of this. So for those of you out there, one of the things I want to do is I want to be motivating to anybody watching this, especially I know how hard it is to come back from an injury, especially one as devastating as something like this. And you can do it. It takes a lot of determination, takes a lot of time and effort to put into this, but it is worth it. Do it. You can do it, guys. Like I said, I want to be motivational for people that are going through this. I know my very first injury really messed with me. It was very hard for me to kind of overcome those initial boundaries. It took me quite a long time to like mentally really be back in the game and back doing what I love to do. I love lifting. It really is kind of what makes me happy. So I get it, guys. I know that devastation, and you can come back from this. So please don't give up. Keep doing what you love to do. I know you can do it. I'm living proof. While I haven't gotten on that bodybuilding stage yet, we are working hard to get there. In the future here, maybe when I get down towards like 205, we'll actually kind of do some progress. We'll do a video kind of displaying where I'm at physique-wise, so you guys can really track the progress I'm making. I look terrible right now, so I don't know if we're going to show that. But when I get down to 205-ish, 210 maybe, we'll start really kind of showing where I'm at and start pinpointing areas that I need to focus on to improve. To bring a good package to the bodybuilding stage. So for the most part right now, guys, training has primarily been, it's relatively normal. Like I said, I am focusing on keeping things light, going through the motions. We're slowly increasing intensity on legs. I'm still squatting really light. I am letting squats, I'm still sticking to. This week I'm going to increase to about 225 for squats, very low. While we're keeping our rest time down, we're keeping the intensity high. Really on squats, I'm focusing on picture perfect form, getting a proper depth, making sure my knees feel good. All hip, knee, and ankle mobility super important, so we're working on that outside the gym. Like I may have said earlier, I don't know if that'll make it to the actual video that gets posted. I'm spending about an hour a lot of days during the week stretching outside of the gym. So when I'm in the gym, I still do my stretches at the end to kind of open up the muscle for some better blood flow to it after an intense workout. But I'm also stretching at home, just dedicated time, typically right before bed is my go-to stretching time. It's pretty relaxing. If you aren't doing that, I recommend it. Benefits I've seen from that, besides I think it's great for injury prevention. We talk about stretching, and everybody kind of correlates that to inside the gym stretching. And my new approach has really been taking that outside the gym and giving it its own time slot to really focus on stretching and realizing how much flexibility I've lost over the years because I wasn't fixated on it, and giving it the time it deserves. I don't think everyone should start at an hour stretching, but literally I go top to bottom, my neck, my shoulders, my elbow, like as much as I can, everything. I do sleeper stretches where you lay on your side, getting the rotator cuffs because they are so prone to being in poor position, giving us poor posture, and leading to shoulder injuries. I think rotator cuff issues, while I didn't have an imbalance between my chest and my back, what I did have an imbalance in is my rotator cuff, and I think that has led to a lot of my both injuries, I think, is the underlying reason. So when we take a step back from our injuries and figure out what happened, I think that's a big one. So stretching, making sure we're doing specific stabilization exercises for our shoulders to help put the rotator cuffs where they need to be, and really prioritizing those things, guys, I think is super vital to longevity and success for whatever your goal is. On the cardio front, like I said, I think I've referenced it already. We are up to about 40 minutes to an hour most days. I just got done grinding away at 4 straight days of some pretty intense hour-long cardio sessions. So today we did an hour, but we did low intensity. I like to vary between high intensity, mild intensity, and low intensity. So, running at slower paces for 30 minutes and then finishing up with some walking, 10 minutes running, 10 minutes walking, 10 minutes running, back and forth. And then today was just walking. It was miserable. I hated it, but you got to make yourself do it. I think they all have their place as far as overall health and fitness and our goals as bodybuilders and competitive athletes as a whole. Guys, I do want to say I'm not a personal trainer. I'm just an average everyday guy going through this. So please do some research. I'm just trying to share my experience with you and what I'm going through right now. So guys, at this point, training is really pretty regular for me. Again, I just want to do an update video, let everybody know where I'm at as far as my recovery, as far as my comeback. We are really trying hard to get back after it in the gym. So we'll see how things go. I hope you enjoyed this upload. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop your comments down below, guys. I know a few of you guys had bicep surgeries that do follow the channel. Let me know how things are going. I hope everything's going well. I'll see you in the next upload.